I just got out of the theater to see Batman versus Superman, and I have to say, that movie blew my expectations. It was better than what I expected it to be, and what I really can't understand is why it has such a low score on Rotten Tomatoes. My only guess is that they might have a gripe because it did cover some religious issues about it, so they might have some grievances about the topic of religion they pulled up, but it wasn't really that bad, honestly. I must really give Ben Affleck props for his role as Batman, because his role is so good that I am actually going to omit the memory of him ever playing as Daredevil. So that 2002 fiasco with Daredevil, in my eyes, it no longer exists, because I do see him as the brawny, snub-eared Batman. So, yeah, Ben Affleck, big ups to you. Your redemption of being able to portray a superhero. Now, I want to get into Wonder Woman because I really like how they brought Wonder Woman in. I thought that they might, just try to, shoehorn her in there, but it wasn't the case. She played a role to the plot, but she didn't really, play too much of it. It was like, they brought her in gently. They didn't just ram her in there, so it'll be like, oh, they just threw her in there just so they could say, okay, we actually put Wonder Woman in the movie theater. No, it wasn't like that. She was because based on the trailer, you wouldn't think that she would be or have a lot of screen time in the movie, but she actually did. She was in there at the beginning, and it was able to build up on the character to give her a reason to want to help fight with Superman and Batman. So that was really surprising, because I thought they might just be lazy with it, but they weren't really that lazy with it. They weren't lazy with it at all. Also, what I want to say, only part I didn't really like was the drawn out love dynamic between Superman and Lois Lane. I mean, we all get it. We read the comics, we saw the shows, we know Superman would do anything to save Lois Lane. But they just dragged it out too many times. Okay, what you need is there's a 10-second aside for Superman and Lois, whether to save her, put it to the side, out of harm's way, and then go back to what he's doing. That's all you need. But and when you work on that, it'll be even better, so to speak. But that's just my opinion. Now, what else I want to talk about? Oh yeah, they also had a cameo for a lot of other DC characters. Not a lot, but a few other DC characters that they plan to make a Justice League movie out of, I'm assuming. And so they actually went into that. I don't want to get into too many details on that because it's just going to spoil it for you. And I'm really trying desperately not to reveal any spoilers as I drive in the rain. But yeah, it was really good. Like I said, it really blew my expectations. I really don't know why it has a low score on Rotten Tomatoes, but on IMDb, they gave it I think a 9 out of 10 right now. It's at a 90-something%. So that's an adequate score, or a more than adequate score of the quality of the movie that you're getting ready to see. Now, what else I want to talk about? Oh yeah. Also, I will reveal this though. The guy that plays Alfred for Batman is Scar from The Lion King. The guy that plays Scar, he's playing Alfred, and I gotta say, he did a good job as playing Alfred. I mean, I like the other British guy from The Dark Knight, but I feel this guy is the most capable Alfred there has ever been. You see him working on the Batmobile. You see him helping out Batman like Oracle did in the comics, and even in the video game. He is the Alfred that Batman should have had in the movies from the get-go. And what else? There's a lot I want to talk about, but I really don't want to talk about because it's going to be spoilers. But I would say this. It is definitely worth the ticket of admission. You will not be disappointed. You will enjoy the thrill ride. You will get invested in the story, so to speak. And you will just be wondering what will be happening next. You have an idea of what's going to happen next, but it's not anything that is going to leave you, how I say, disappointed. There are some, cliches and tropes or whatnot, but it's a comic book movie. I mean, what do you expect? There's a lot of tropes in comic books, so you just gotta get over that, look past that, and you'll really enjoy the film as a whole. Like I said, I really hope it does good at the box office because they left it on a cliffhanger, and I want to see what they do next. Are they going to make a Justice League movie? Are they going to have another Batman versus Superman type of movie? What are they going to do next? I really want to find out, because one thing I hate about movies is I hate it when they end on a cliffhanger. Before I got into Lord of the Rings, because I never read the books when the movies first came out, so I didn't know there was 3 books to it. So I went on the Fellowship of the Ring, and on the cliffhanger, I was kind of pissed at the kid. I can actually remember that. But like I said, I don't know what those critics that first saw the movie before it premiered are smoking, but that was a pretty good movie. I mean, I can understand why, Ben Affleck and the other guy, I can't remember his name, but Superman got pissed or whatever, because I feel they really put an effort into making a movie and not trying to make some cash grab snooze fest that they know they can just get a lot of money off of. They really took the time and effort and energy to bring a good performance, and I like that. I can tell when good work is done well, I can tell based on the way they act, based on their performance, so to speak. And he did a good performance. It deserves to be greenlit for another installment. So now you got a franchise going. And I got to give DC their props, because they're trying to do what Marvel did with the Avengers. They're going to try to do with the Justice League. So yeah. And I also want to talk about Lex Luthor, because I like the portrayal that they gave Lex Luthor in this movie, because here's his character in a nutshell. An entitled, eccentric, billionaire, psychopathic a-hole. That's Lex Luthor in this movie. And the guy plays him so well. Yeah, the guy that played Mark Zuckerberg in that movie, what? About MySpace, not MySpace, Facebook. About Facebook. He played that role pretty damn well. It's like, he must have, in my opinion, he must have channeled the spirit of Joker when he played Lex Luthor. It's like a melody of Lex Luthor and Joker if the Joker was a billionaire and was hell-bent on the destruction of mankind. That is the Lex Luthor in this movie. And I really liked his performance. So I'm hoping to see more of him in the next movie that's made. And other than that, that is all that I can say right now without just dropping spoilers out the sky, because that's how good it was. So I'm happy, I'm freaking giddy like a freaking schoolboy right now. So I really liked it. I hope to see more of it. And that's pretty much all I have to say right now, because like I said, if I talk any more on this subject, this topic of discussion, I am going to be dropping spoilers, and you don't want to see that. You don't want to hear that. You really want to enjoy the film and be surprised just like I was. And that's all I really have to say. So take care and enjoy the show.